Well, between 5 and 10, something happened out there, Steve. It really started snowing. It's sticking now. I mean, we didn't expect that, did we?
Just remember, patience is a virtue, okay? It's going to end sometime within the next couple of hours. Really just a last gasp out there. Pretty good gasp at that. 3 to 4 inches generally across the metro area, and more up in some of the mountain areas. Roads are slick now, especially above 7,000 feet. US 40, 285, I-70. If you're planning any of those routes up into the mountains, expect slick roads. And it isn't expected to be real bad at rush hour tomorrow morning, but over some of the viaducts and the bridges, it could be a little slick. So just look out for that tomorrow morning. Maybe take off a little bit early for work. Here's our temperature from the airport. It is freezing now. Most of it, as it's been hitting the roads, has been melting, but as you can see, the temperature now is right at freezing, so some of it could be a little slick this evening. 46 the high today. That actually was early this morning. It's confusing. The low temperature, our current temperature, 32 degrees. 89% our relative humidity. The air is calm. The barometer 30.19 and falling. Not that many areas had real heavy snow, but Rand, our weather watcher Don team up there in the mountains, had 10 inches of snow, and a very regular observer for us up in Bellevue, Peg Osmers, reported 9 inches. That's northwest of Fort Collins. Some more, Winter Park at 6 inches, Nederland 4, Evergreen 3, Parker 3 inches, Englewood reported 3. I had a caller in Aurora report about 3 inches, so we're updating some of this now, but it is slacking off. It's almost stopped downtown, at least the last time I checked. I should probably go out and look again, but things are looking a little bit better. We'll take a look at the national radar, then we'll see how it looks locally. We have some precipitation showing up to the east. Of course, we're getting some in here. Much of that is too light to be detected from a national scene. Heavier showers down into Texas and Oklahoma, scattered all about the central part of the country, a weather system that came through here earlier. As we take a look at that local radar picture, we find that we have some heavier showers. This is where it is the heaviest. Rain mixed with snow down here in the Lamar area, right into Kansas, and still lingering over this area, the Palmer Lake Divide, Colorado Springs, and up around Pikes Peak. Rain mixed with snow for the most part, plain old snow up in the higher elevations, and lighter in here now, and that's why it isn't being detected at this time. The satellite does indicate we have plenty of clouds here in Colorado. The cold front went through actually quite a while ago, but that high pressure system there with the clockwise flow has been giving us a light upslope today, and that means a little bit of precipitation. But as this thing moves to the south, we'll get out of that upslope pattern. The upper level system is just moving across now. It should be out of the way by tomorrow morning, and we'll get some of this type of weather, the clearer skies behind the clouds tomorrow. As we'll see on this map, the areas with rain up across the northern Rockies into Washington, also down along the south. We'll get some thunderstorms down here tomorrow. That front will be rather vigorous, a low pressure system in Kentucky. And other than that, sunshine in the west with temperatures not bad out in California. 77 degrees in San Francisco tomorrow, 83 in Phoenix, Arizona, but 50s along the northern states, 55 in Bismarck, 54 your forecast high. If you're up in Cheyenne, that's for tomorrow. And we see temperatures today, 40s and 50s in most areas in the mountains and west. Don Tiemann ran, though, with that 30-degree reading. That was his high today. And some of these temperatures in the east were set probably just after midnight, so 51 in Pueblo, cooler along the northern part of the Front Range. And your forecast now. Western areas will be very cold tonight, 15 to 30, 50s and 60s tomorrow. But sunshine is coming back for the mountain areas, 40s and 50s. We do have a travel advisory tonight for the northern and central mountains and the Front Range above 7,000 feet. And mostly just for slick roads. No real heavy accumulations expected. Now, the travel advisory will be gone tonight. We'll bring on the sun up there tomorrow and much better weather. And in the east, two parts to this, two-parter. Northeastern Colorado will have highs in the 50s with sunshine tomorrow, but it will be lingering down in the southeast. Clouds with some drizzle hanging on down there, 45 to 55 the high temperatures. Let's cover our forecast now, cover ourselves. Snow ending tonight, clearing, a low temperature of 25, and so that by tomorrow morning we could have some fog or some low clouds in the very early part of the morning, but sunny later in the day, 53 the high. That looks much better for tomorrow. And we may even hear a few cheers in the background by the time this forecast is done. 65 on Wednesday, a little bit cooler on Thursday, and the next inclement day will probably be Friday, so we're looking good. It's hard to believe that after today we're actually going to have sunshine tomorrow and a high of around 50. Hard to believe but it's a good possibility for tomorrow.
Okay, it is hard to believe when it's going to get all the way down to 25 tonight.
It's got a long ways to go. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It should work out.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
Sunday sports is next. The Broncos had another rough afternoon, but it's still one more for the W column.